Dorsey! Let him go! You don't look like marshals. Do you work for the Patriarch? Then my boy needs your help. Judge what? He's a good boy. He never hurt anyone. I'm sure of it. Please, maybe Watkins will listen to you. I don't even know why he was rounded up. He won't tell me. Says he's embarrassed. I know they caught him doing something wrong, but he says he never hurt anyone. If you talk to him, maybe he'll tell you what happened. Sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger than your mother. Austin Pease, the skinny boy up on the platform. I can't imagine. Please, help my son!
Nelius Dorsey lives. He'll kill you all.
Nelius Dorsey lives! He'll kill you all!
No mercy on your souls, Colorado.
This kid's going in the pillories next.
Death to Buchanan! Death to the 100 stinking families!
Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Just got a lot on my mind. Made a real big mistake. See, the Plains gangs chased my mom and me off our land. We lost everything. Heard this was a place of God-fearing people and thought they'd do right by us. People here kept us out in the cold, letting us starve to death while they sat inside, warm and fed. Then the Dorseys came and gave me some food and some kindness and asked me to do some vandalism. I figured what was the harm? I never killed no one, but I did bust some windows. Marshals caught me doing it, and they said I was working with the Dorseys. Magistrate agreed, so we were starving. No two ways about it. We were going to die. Dorseys gave us food. I figured a few windows was a worthwhile trade for the bread and meat that saved our lives. I thought it was too harsh, but what happens if I speak up now? Will they come after my mom? I can't take the chance. No, I was never no desperado. Don't rightly know why I let myself get caught up in this. But if I'm to die, I'd at least like to do that right. Gonna do that like a man. Magistrate's a hard man. I wish I could believe it'd work. I'd do anything for someone who could get me free without hurting anybody in the process. Guess I don't have any money to give you, but I'd pay you back in hard work, if you'll have me. I'm used to hard work around the homestead, and I ain't too bad with a gun either. My folks made sure I could hunt and fight. I always dreamed of coming to the big city and being a newspaper man. You know, magistrate tells me it's death. I wonder if it'll hurt.
Wish I could tell you it won't, kid. But that'd be a lie.
Nice talking to you.
Howdy, Judge. How's your heart? Still colder than a well digger's ass?
Marshal Quan, impertinent as ever, I see. Rangers, I am Magistrate Silas Watkins. I have heard of your arrival, partly from the confessions of the Dorsey Raiders. You'll be pleased to know that I sentenced them to death for their part in the attack on the city and your convoy. His crimes are still severe. He was part of the Dorsey uprising. He caused significant property damage. His actions diverted marshals from responding to reports of attacks, magnifying the harm the Dorseys were able to inflict. Argue a case, and I might show lenience. My concern cannot be for his mother. It can only be for the law. Regrettable, but he chose this path, not I. Mercy. I do not see the word in my law books. The Patriarch has charged me to dispense justice. You wish to compensate the city and the owners of the damaged properties for their losses. I can facilitate that. That's the price in Colorado dollars. Understand that the law cannot wait. Proceed. They are the only instrument of justice we need. Serious offenders die by exposure. Sometimes for some minor infractions, like,
And let's be honest, Judge. You kind of like it too, don't you?
No, I do not.
And since
I follow principles set forth at the second founding of this city, as you know very well. Without our laws and the penalties to enforce them, we're no better than the Wastelanders. Proceed. Indeed.
We'll have our revenge. You ain't seen the last of us!
If it's too dangerous for you, Marshals, maybe I should go in there myself. Sheriff Daisy! Ah, Marshals! Finally! I was beginning to think you were never going to help. Hold on now. You aren't Marshals. You look like ruffians. Are you here to see the sheriff? Well, I'm first. I've been waiting here on tenterhooks for an hour. It's maddening. My family has been kidnapped by those no-good Dorseys, and the Marshals will give me no answers about their situation. They won't even— That may be, but my family is one of the leading families of Colorado Springs. We have been longtime allies of the Patriarch and supporters of all he stands for. Surely that should be given some consideration. Thank you, friends. One more voice urging her to action might be sufficient. Sheriff Daisy, I will not leave until you speak to me.
We should build some more watchtowers around the garden. Dorsey slipped right past the ones we've got.
Yeah, but we'll need to pull some resources from another
Well, now you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badasses, and I ain't one to turn away a badass. I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages. Thing is, I lost a lot of marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the garden and speak to those dogs.
And by speak, you mean shoot the everlasting shit?
Quan, I hear you're some fancy liaison now. Old Saul taking my people without even asking?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
And I'm glad to hear it. The job's easy enough, if you like using bullets. Now, the Dorsey's hostages are from the fancy side of town. 100 families folk. Try to get 'em out of the... And please, take young Miss Weston with you. I need that girl out of my hair. Go in there and kick some ass, Rangers.
You spoke to Sheriff Daisy like you promised, strangers. Thank you. I heard her tell you to take... Certainly.
Oh, it's true. She's a prodigy, all right. Also a pain in the ass.
There's no need to worry that I will be shy about pulling the trigger. I promise, strangers, if it is to say... I know very little about you, strangers. And even if I trusted... At last...
We ain't gonna beg
How does it
for our
feel now?
lives. We ain't weak like you.
Extra, extra! Cowardly attack on Colorado Springs! New in town? Did you hear about what happened? Sure has. Took a while, but Sheriff Daisy and the marshals beat him back. Be careful. Might still be Dorsey's hiding out in the city. Dozens killed by Dorsey thugs! Families taken hostage!
Darn it, Martha. Why else would I even keep a shotgun around if Consarn it! You Dorsey peckerheads, get on out of there!
Hush up now, Josiah. You can't go in there alone. They'll kill you.
You think I...
Sin, will you help me talk some...
Some of those Dorsey bastards are hiding out in my shop. My shop! Finest clothing...
Thank you.
Killing my... You do this. Well, go on then.
Shit, Hotlanders! We thought you was all dead. I done told you. Don't come any closer. Oh, fuck!
Boy, thanks again for taking care of those Dorseys. Say, if you got hurt in that scrap, you should see a friend of mine, Doc Parker. He set up a clinic in the Arapahoe garage, just outside the city gate. And here, a little token of our appreciation. Come on back after we reopen the shop.
This here's Market Square. The Arapahoe garage is just outside the city gates. My old friend Doc Parker set up a clinic there. Parker's the best doctor in town. Be a hell of an asset if we can persuade him to join the Rangers. Careful, though. The doc is prickly at the best of times. And these are not the best of times.
Snap and Jimmy Bob's still standing. New faces? Let me know if you need to restart. Let's.
Did you see the Dorseys almost blow up?
Are you Mercs or working with the Marshals?
Welcome to Merry Milk Teeth, or maybe you got banged. Here you go, children. Salvation is at hand.
Jesus, loaves and holy mackerel! Better stay back from my stall. Those goddamn Dorseys dropped a landmine under it. Oh, thank God. You'd be doing me a shell of a favor. Wish I could get these Flipper and Marshals to take care of the dang bomb under my stall. Really? I'm back in business. Welcome to the freshly reopened Taiwan Joneses! You didn't hear this from me, Franz, but word is there's still Sardinely.
pal. Club's closed till the city's secure.
Taking the 6!
Setting the target.
Flanking the target!
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate. An invitation from the head of a family or authorization from the Patriarch. Until you have that, the gate stays closed. The attack on the city has everyone nervous. Until that's all settled down, Patriarch's order. Good day.
Got business with McTavish? Come into the machine shop. If not, then fuck off.
Rotten hell, Dorsey's.
Get your Colorado Patriot here, hot off the press.
I heard we had some new arrivals wash on in. As much as I'd love to shoot the shit with you tryhards.
Marshal...
My apologies, Miss West. I meant no room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No room.
Hello? Whoever just came up from the city, come in. This is Bellamy Ward. There are Dorseys all over the garden. I'm pinned down on a high... Oh, thank God. I'll call out if I see you, as long as it's safe.
Hey! You on the ledge! Hands up!
Oh no, they found me.
Or we're coming up!
You don't want to do that!
Oh, yeah? Why not?
I've got this whole place rigged to blow! That's why!
I don't see no explosives. All dead! Okay, do it then!
Fine! Take one step closer, and I will!
Hey! Where did you come from? Back the hell off, or you're oh, shit! Time for talking's over!
God. Did the Patriarch send you? I'm sorry. I need to warn you. The Dorseys are gathering up ahead between the Gateway Rocks.
Bellamy! Bellamy, look at me. Have you seen my family? Are they here?
Lucia? I thought you were with your family. Oh, thank God you're not. Thank God. They went up ahead with their hostages, but... Lucia, I heard gunfire and screaming. You need to be ready for the worst.
If they've done anything to my people, I'm going...
Please do. I'll tell whatever I can to help. It's not much, but... God, no, I was stalling for time. If I had a few hours and the right chemicals, though, I could have prepared quite a surprise for them. I think they took everyone to their camp, just past the Gateway Rocks.
What about my family, Belle?
Last I saw them, they were all right. They were scared and a little banged up, but you saved my life. I won't forget it.
My uncle tells me you're a man of questionable morals, Mr. Kwan.
Well, that's why I'm on the payroll. Somebody's got to get their hands dirty, so good folk like you can keep your hearts clean.
That's not how Colorado Springs works, Mr. Kwan. That's how you work.
Huh. I'm sure you know best.
At least it can't get worse, right?
Jesus! Patch me up already!
Mize agreed. On behalf of all of us here, I want to offer our unconditional surrender. As proof of our goodwill, I want to tell you that the culprits got into town with help from Farron Brago's organization, and I'm sorry. I'm so goddamn sorry. I never wanted any of this to happen. I tried to get Lucia out before the Dorseys came, but I never thought it would be like this. I never thought they'd kill her family. I never thought they'd kill so many people. They scattered, took the vehicles they had left and fled in all directions. Most of the survivors went with Nelius and headed up into the mountains. Things have to change. This whole society is sick. Stay here long enough and you'll see it too. It's more than I expected. Better than I deserve. But thank you.
Come in, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. We're getting reports of shooting in your last known location at Garden of the Gods. What's your status? Over. They'll be happy to hear that, Team November, as am I. Good job getting those sumbitches. Over and out.
Is it just me, or are marshals cracking down on folks harder than before the witches?
Ixnay, the Arsenal's man.
They've been real assholes. I mean, they threw my brother up against the wall just for spitting on the ground.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Yeah, this whole place is a gloss. But who wants to hear all the ugly details?
Extra, extra! Cowardly attack on Colorado Springs!
Either of you ever worry about getting hitched to a pillory?
Hell yeah. I've always got a smile for the marshals and never piss them off. I stay in line.
Horrible way to go. Of course, if you're up there, you deserve it.
I think we should pull some marshals from Broadmoor, put them here in downtown. If an enemy gets all the way to Broadmoor, we've got big problems.
I like you already, Rangers. I asked for a favor, and you came through for me. Seems to me that if somebody commits a crime in Colorado Springs, they should face Colorado Springs justice. I'm glad we see eye to eye on that. Some of my marshals weren't so sure about you. Damn right. Now, before I forget...
Pleasure's mine, Rangers. Ran the lockup in a little town called Amity on Colorado's eastern border. Figured I could do the same thing for you at your HQ, assuming you'll be arresting people now and then.
Amity got flattened by the scar collectors a while back, so Hope came west. Been trying to get her to join the marshals ever since, but she keeps turning me down flat. We have some differences when it comes to crime and punishment. But that aside, she's smart, honorable, and should be an asset to your organization.
Great. I'll head over to Ranger headquarters in a bit and start fixing up your brig. I can't think of a better way to serve than to ensure that our justice is fair, even to those who transgressed against it.
So, back to business. Did you find out how the Dorseys got into town? Well, since you already dealt with Isaac, let's concentrate on Brago. I'll never understand why the Patriarch let that rat set up shop here. In fact, I had a hunch he might be involved, so I sent my best man over to his nightclub, the Little Vegas, to search for a connection. Haven't heard back from him, though, and I'm a little worried. Say, what if I asked you Rangers to go to Little Vegas and check up on him? And if you happen to find proof that Brago helped the Dorseys while you're there, well, feel free to cuff the bastard and haul him in. Take down Brago for me, and I'll make sure your HQ gets the best-equipped armory this side of the Rockies. Guns, ammo, armor, the whole shebang.